evening. I'd like to call this meeting for the city of San Juan at 6 p.m. May we rise for invocation. Mr. Juan, can you lead us, sir?
Of our heads. Your voice, Heavenly Father, as we gather here today, we ask you to graciously grant our elected officials wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests and issues of our times. We place this meeting in your hands. Give us clarity so that we can effectively tackle each part of today's agenda. As we always, we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Like for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Do we have any public comments? No? Mr. Juan?
Mayor, Commissioners, good evening, staff, community members, school board members, school staff, welcome to our meeting. Mayor, before we start, I just want to make a comment about this coming Thursday and Friday, as thanks to Chief Vasa, as they're getting COVID testing at Mayfield Park. This is going to be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Chief?
Correct, yes, sir.
So if anybody knows of anybody needs to get tested, please, we encourage and we urge that these people get over to our Mayfield Park so that they can get the COVID-19 testing. Also, February the 17th, there's going to be a clinic here at Municipal Park. Again, thanks to Chief reaching out to the county. That'll be the first, the second, and the third shot for either Moderna or the Pfizer. We'll send the memo later on. We'll blast it on Facebook, social media later on. This is going to be February the 17th, so we have maybe a couple more weeks to go on this.
Perfect.
So, under presentation, we'll start with the proclamation. This proclamation is proclaiming PSJ High School as the most peerless school and the best school in Texas. So, Mayor, before you have the proclamation. You can read it.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Juan. At this time, I'll go ahead and read this proclamation. Whereas for the more than a decade, Children at Risk has ranked and graded Texas public schools to help parents, educators, and community members understand how schools in their community are performing and spark dialogue on the quality of public education across Texas. This year, when Children at Risk would normally be putting out 2021 school rankings, they instead released the School Rankings Pandemic Edition. Whereas pandemic resilient schools are schools that adapted in their teaching methods by being innovative on their delivery of instructions to help all students succeed academically. PSJ Early College High School ranked number 1. Let me repeat that, ranked number 1 on the list that honors pandemic resilient schools out of nearly 8,000 Texas public schools evaluated. The honor was due to PSJ Early College High School maintaining and improving academic performance between 2018 through 2019 and 2020 through 2021 academic years. Pandemic resistant schools are schools with 75% or more students classified as economically disadvantaged and have a history of high performance, A or B rating with Texas Education Agency or Children at Risk rating in 2018-2019. Whereas PSJ Early College High School was voted as the most spirited high school champions in the state of Texas. Out of 64 high schools represented in the state of Texas, out of thousands of schools, one high school was to be voted by the community based on the support all fans in their surroundings area. The sponsors of the showdown were Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Main Event, who awarded the champions $5,000, PSJ Early College High School. Whereas thanks to the support and the commitment of Dr. Alejandro Elias, Principal, along with Carolina Castillo, Assistant Principal, Consuelo Chapa, Assistant Principal, Mary Lou Navarro, Assistant Principal, Heather Contreras Peña, Assistant Principal, Rolando Peña, Assistant Principal, Javier Saldaña, Assistant Principal. Now therefore be resolved that I, Mario Garza, by the power vested in me as the Mayor of the City of San Juan, along with Mayor Pro Tem Lenny Sanchez, Commissioner Gina Santian, Commissioner Neto Guajardo, and Commissioner Marky Viegas, hereby issue the 25th day of January 2022 this proclamation to PSJ Early College High School. Once again, congratulations. at this time, I'd just like to make a comment. I want to congratulate all your staff, Dr. Elias, Dr. Redondo, the school board as well, being part of this nice, something big for our community. We just felt that this was the time to recognize everyone in the district as far as the great work that you've done with our students and staff. And I really appreciate that. And on behalf of the commission, our directors, our staff, and most important, in behalf of the community of San Juan, we appreciate all the hard work and dedication that you guys do here in this beautiful community of San Juan. Once again, let's give them a big round of applause. Any members of the commission would like to make a comment?
Sure. Guys, tremendous achievement for all of you. And that includes everybody. And Dr. Elias, as we know, it includes everybody involved, including parents and people who sponsor and raise money, assistant principals, obviously. It's a very workable environment, and you can see that because the parents are involved. Obviously, I mean, look at the amount of other schools that were involved in this kind of stuff, in these endeavors. And PSJ ranked #1. Now, I believe all the schools in PSJ are #1, but I mean, PSJ really took it to another level and proved, it's a very great, it's a great accomplishment, okay? And I don't, think people realize how big of an accomplishment it is with that many other schools competing for these awards. So kudos to you, kudos to your staff.
I just want to chime in also and just say a few words of congratulations because it's been a very difficult 2 years. And I know you as administrators, my dad was an administrator, so I can only imagine the struggles you guys have been facing these last 2 years. So I commend you for your hard work and your dedication because we are strong. Our PSJ community is strong and we are one. So congratulations. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Our school board, administration, Dr. Redondo, your leadership says a lot. We wouldn't be here without the strong leadership, and at the end, the kids, they push us there. So I saw the campaigning during football season. It was wonderful. It was not only the staff, but the students. It says a lot, the dedication and the love that they have for their school and for this district. We are all PSJ alumni here. So we are PSJ. We are PSJ strong, and congratulations.
Yeah, adding to that, also, yes, we are strong. We faced this pandemic that it took a lot of people away from us. And you as administrators, board members, teachers, I know, including principals, all that, it's a good working environment. Everybody's trying to work together. I know that we came through a hard time, but as far as where I work at, I'm looking at the numbers. We have about 85% of our kids going back to school. And the safety of all the employees that help there in our own schools, they all related to you guys. You guys have a strong character. You're God facing all this, trying to keep our kids safe. And I'm proud of that. My grandkids, it's like anybody else. But with your hard work that you guys have put into it, the decisions you guys made, there's a possibility that we're gonna be up there. We're facing this, and we're gonna keep on facing it, and we're not gonna let down. And because of your leadership, this is what it's all about. And I greatly appreciate this for all the students and all the parents. So thank you again for all the hard work you guys do. Thank you.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Dr. Elias, Dr. Alondo, and the school board. Without the school board, obviously, they're the backbone of our community also, and how to get things done in our school setting. I want to thank first and foremost also Mr. Dr. Elias. It is resilient on your efforts. Your staff did amazing to keep San Juan's future healthy and safe. And I want to thank you, really, and I'm pretty sure everybody will echo that. A lot of this, a lot of the comments are the board members here, including our mayor. speaks a lot speaks volumes on your behalf. But I want to thank you for taking care of San Juan's future and maybe America's future. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Mr. Vegas, I know you had a couple words. Board Member Vegas.
Thank you if I take off my.
Yes, sir.
Well, this is all about congratulations, guys. And before we go on to the congratulations for this beautiful staff that we have back here, from the city of FAR, because I am from FAR, but we are a tri-city community, and everything that affects FAR affects San Juan and affects Alamo. I want to commend each and every one of you sitting on that council right now, Mayor, you and your council, your EDC, all your staff. Because the cliche is to say that San Juan is on the map now. Well, San Juan has always been on the map, but you all have taken it to a different level, and it's the space that San Juan occupies on that map has gotten much, much bigger. Congratulations to the work that you all are doing and the businesses that you're bringing in. We saw that announcement. I think that's going to be a reflection of the hard work that each and every one of you puts in. But talking about congratulations, and I've told Dr. Elias before, we can never say enough about all of our campuses at PSJ. We've got tremendous campuses, tremendous parents, tremendous students. But I must say that the flagship campus that we have, and has always been because of its leadership, has been PSJ Early College High School. And it was about time, and it was due time, that we congratulate you, because you got this award quite a while back. To think about 8,000 schools competing for the awards that they got, and they come up number one in resiliency in the state of Texas. That's an achievement. But it doesn't stop there. They got number one in spirit. It doesn't stop there because they are always at the top as far as the scores are concerned. Their turnover ratio at PSJ is lower than anywhere else. So I just want to congratulate Dr. Elias and all your administration, and pass this on to your Bear Committee, pass this on to your auxiliary staff, that you guys do a tremendous job to just make the Tri-City community of PSJ what it is right now, number one in the valley. Congratulations, guys. Relish on your awards, flaunt it, you deserved it, you worked for it. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Dr. Arredondo? Yes, sir.
Thank you all very much for the invitation. Give a great honor to our PSJ Bears, Dr. Elias and the entire team. We know that the community, we have worked alongside with the city here in offering those extracurricular activities, the partnerships, everything to keep them safe. I hear we worked together on making sure when no one was out there, we worked together to make sure that we were doing the testing, that we make sure the vaccine was available to our community. And that's what it's about working together, because like the commission and the mayor has said, this is our future. So we appreciate the recognition on behalf of the board, the PSJ Bears, and the entire PSJ community. We thank you all very much for the recognition, and we look forward to continued partnerships. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Mrs. Moreno, you want to have a few words?
I did wear the PSJ cap today, guys, so just to represent.
Well, that's why I had to call you up.
Oh, thank you, man. Now, I want to thank you guys for this recognition for PSJ Early College High School. As all of you have already mentioned, this is being the flagship school of our district. This is something that we're very proud of. And during this pandemic, it's been difficult. It's been difficult for all of us. It's been a challenging, almost 2 years that I still remember that Thursday night, having to make the call so that our students wouldn't come back to class the following Friday morning, and making, some of those tough decisions that needed to be made in order to, number one, protect our community, but then at the same time to have some continuity when it comes to education. And which I believe is our number one priority, which is to continue to educate our community in spite of the pandemic. All of us have been, touched and inspired by education, and as Trustee Lenny here said, this is the future, and our students are the future, and we need to make sure that we take care of that. But without, any, additional remarks, Dr. Elias, thank you so much for everything that you do at PSJ College High School, your leadership team, your administration. We're always trying to push the envelope when it comes to everything that you do at your school. So I want to thank you, sir, for that. I think this is a tremendous achievement, what you guys have done. And we're all very proud of everything that goes on, not just at your school, but obviously everywhere else in the city community. Once again, Mayor, thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to be here with you guys. I want to commend you also for the good work that you guys are doing, everything that the city of San Juan is doing as well for our community. We are in this together. We have to do it together if we want to make sure that our community continues to prosper. So once again, thank you for the invitation, and may God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member. Well, at this time, oh, yes, sir, I'm sorry.
First of all, thank you, Commissioners, for the proclamation. I am humbly honored for this proclamation, but at the end of the day, it's the administrators that are here. They're the ones that make us, they're the ones that do everything for our students, and it's because we want our community to succeed. It's about the community. At the end of the day, it's not about anything else, but it's about our students and seeing, because we all have family members within the community. And those family members, we expect them to grow. We expect our city to become better. And if we work hand in hand the way we have been, that's what's gonna make the future, like Commissioner Lenny said over here, it's gonna make our future better for the city, for our school district, for everyone. So that's why we put that huge effort and that drive, and it's just a vision that I put as a leader, but at the end of the day, it's the staff. The staff is the one that took us to the top because they are very resilient. And by resilient, I mean that our staff does not give up. They expect every child to succeed. And that's what it's about. If you have your heart in it, it's gonna happen. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present you with something out of appreciation for all the hard work that your staff has done for this community. So at this time, I ask the commission if you want to step up here in the front, and we can hand out some plaques that we made for your staff and yourself, Dr. Elias.
Assistant Principal Head of the
Can you see me?
I hear? All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Once again, congratulations. Congratulations. Dr. Diaz, thank you so much, sir. Yes, ma'am. Congratulations, ma'am. Yes, yes, ma'am. Congratulations, ma'am. Well deserved, thank you. Congratulations.
You're back again. How many times are you gonna go around?
Yeah, this is
Oh, that's for the teachers.
here you go. Go ahead, Mr. Ron.
Thank you, Mayor Commissioners. The next item under presentations, item B, we have presentations of departmental reports. Tonight we have Department of Finance, the Fire Department, Police Department, Municipal Court, and Department of Utilities. Every department directors or representative should be here, ready, available, if you have any questions for them.
Okay, is there any questions at this time for the directors?
So, remember that fire we had at, Catch and Carry?
Correct, yes, sir.
I was talking to some of your fellow guys that one of the trucks was down.
Correct, yes, sir.
Which truck, do you know which one is that? Fixing it or?
We're looking at it. I got with Mr. Arjona and we're working on looking at the options which are out there. It is a 20-year-old truck. So that's something that we're gonna look into to see what we're gonna do.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I have a question. I think it's gonna be for, I'm not sure, Mr. Garza or maybe Mr. David can answer that one. What's the status, on the citrus, project that we have on the drain? I don't know, I think it was Mr. Garza, right? Or Mr. Soto? The drain issue, the flooding issue in the citrus? No? Okay. Okay, so that's true. We can give you an update the next meeting, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, that's an item, Commissioner, that we're working on the, I forget what you call it, rolling or roller.
The last, I remember that Mr. Garza reported is we had gotten the new root cutter. There was some
There you go.
training pending with staff. I'll get with Mr. Soto tomorrow and find out if that training ever happened, because I know there's a last root in a section there that still needs to be cut, and it's a pretty large root, so that's what's taking time. But, I'll get with Mr. Soto tomorrow and try to confirm if the training happened and get something back to the city manager so he can get back to you.
So is that being contracted out or is it in-house?
In-house, sir. We bought the equipment to do it in-house, so that's why the training was pending. The original equipment that was bought was too big, there was no way to get in the hole, so we had to return it. And they bought a different.
So how long has this training been pending?
It was during the pandemic, so I really don't know at the time. I know there were some issues with getting the trainer down during the pandemic because of it. So hopefully that's something that's been, but like I said, the last time from talking to Mr. Garza, they were pending the training.
No,
I'm pretty sure it got done, but I just need to confirm.
so nobody there at this point has been trained on it or yet, as far as.
I don't know that. That's something I need
Okay.
to confirm, but I know that was scheduled to happen, but it was right at the time of the pandemic, so that might be what's pending. But I'll confirm and get back to you.
Any other questions?
I just have one more. I just wanted to thank Chief Garza for his response to the house fire that happened, over on 13th Street.
Well, ma'am,
Is the family okay?
That is-
Have
that is correct.
has that been addressed?
Red Cross, I think they're good for 3 days, ma'am. But I think they had family that was coming in from out of town and they were all gonna set up I guess, and look for temporary location for them, but that day they were gonna, the American Red Cross was gonna set them up at a hotel.
I saw that they started the cleaning process already, so that'll be a long process for them, so.
That's
I wanted to
correct.
see if they needed anything, if they were already.
They have our contact, I gave them my contact information, ma'am, I haven't heard from them, other than, we're just waiting for the adjuster to give us a call, so we can go through the whole scenario there.
Thank you, Chief.
Real quick, before I be remiss, man, kudos to your, please let your fire department know, you know, 'cause at the same time, there were, you know, the mods happened as well, and we were facilitating and assisting
Correct.
our sister city with that, and then at the same time, they handled this, and they've been handling things almost weekly
Correct.
sometimes. So please, send our regard, because they've done a tremendous job so far.
Will do. Thank you,
Thank
Commissioner.
you.
Go ahead, Mr. On the public hearings, and ordinances, we have the first one, letter A. For the public hearing for conditional use permit to allow a guest house at 2403 Dion Drive, legally described as Lot 30. Valley Ranch subdivision is requested by Los Pingos Construction LLC.
Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners, Mr. Arjona. This is, of course, a public hearing to allow a guest house, as Mr. read, at the address 2404 Dion Drive. The subject site is located approximately 3/4 of a mile west of Cesar Chavez, along the north side of All Acres Road, within Valley Ranch subdivision. Staff recommends approval subject to compliance to the following list of requirements. They're there, I can read them to you. It's only one is permitted per lot, and must meet all setbacks, which it does. There's a site plan in your packet and different exhibits, and a planning commission report as well. So number 3 must meet easement requirements. Also must be on the same utilities as on the primary residence. No separate water or electrical, so it won't be rented out. And the lot has to have no less than 8,000 square feet. This lot is 21,800 square feet large, and the actual permit, the guest house, is 1,189 square feet. So it's a large lot. It's a large investment in this subdivision. And there can't be a separate driveway or garage for the guest house, and it must not be rented out. And of course, number 8 is if monies are paid for rent or share of utilities, a permit will be revoked. So staff mailed notice to 15 property owners within a 200-foot radius and received no comments in favor or against the application. During the regular meeting on January 13th, 2022, the Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the conditional use permit with 5-0 vote, did the planning department. We recommended approval as well. This is a public hearing, Mayor.
This time I'm gonna go ahead and open this up at 6:30 PM. Is there anyone for or against? For or against? Any questions, members of the commission? Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and close this up at 6:30 PM. Is there a motion to approve? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Next item, hold a public hearing for conditional use permit to allow a pool house at 2000 Ricci's Circle, legally described as Lot 4, Summer Heights subdivision, as requested by Ricardo and Esmeralda Renteria.
Thank you, Mayor and Commission. Similar to the previous application, the applicant is requesting a conditional use permit to allow a pool house at Summer Heights subdivision, a residential subdivision located at the southwest corner of Hall Acres and Stewart Road. The applicant is proposing a 370 square foot pool house on a 12,300 square foot lot. So these are the same conditions, Mayor and Commission, as the previous one. And one of them that I'd like to point out is that the lot has to be larger than 8,000 square feet, which it is. And as far as the conditions, they're the same. As far as notices that we mailed to people within a 200-foot radius, we mailed 15 notices and we did not receive any comments in favor or against this conditional use permit. At our regular planning commission meeting on January 13th, 2022, the planning commission unanimously recommended approval of the conditional use permit with a 5-0 vote, and staff recommended approval as well. This is a public hearing.
Time up at 6:32 p.m. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? Any questions from the members of the commission? Not, I'll close this up at 6:32 p.m. Is there a motion approved?
So move to approve.
Is there a second? Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
The next item, hold a public hearing for conditional use permit to operate a YM events at 618 East Nolana Avenue, Suite A, legally described as Lot 1B through 1D, Wolverine subdivision as requested by Yadid Reyes.
Mayor and Commission, this is an event center, and Ms. Reyes is taking over the event center called Iker's Party Place. That was in operation for a couple of years in the commercial plaza located at Wolverine Road and Olana. The event center has a total of 3,000 square feet and occupancy load of approximately 120 people. Total 24 common parking spaces are located in the front of the property. We did mail 11 notices to property owners within a 200-foot radius to let them know about this public hearing. We didn't receive any back in favor or against. We presented it to the Planning Commission on January 13th, 2020, wherein the Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the conditional use permit with a 5-0 vote. And this is a public hearing there.
Okay, I'll go ahead and open 6:33 p.m. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? Any questions from the members of the commission? Now, you mentioned that she took over, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Is this a purchase or is this a lease?
It's a lease.
Lease?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The building is still there, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? I'll close this at 6:34 p.m. Is there a motion to approve? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
The next item, hold a public hearing for conditional use permit for the sale of an on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages, wine and beer at the proposed El Puerto del Tío Jerry No. 3 restaurant is to be located at 111 West Nolana Avenue, Suites 1 and 2, legally described as Lot 2, Circle K, number 9123 subdivision as requested by Gerardo Chapa Jr.
So, Mayor and Commission, Chapa is applying for a conditional use permit for the sale and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages at the proposed seafood restaurant. It's under construction right now. El Puerto del Tío Jerry No. 3, located at the southwest corner area of Raul Longoria Road and Olana Avenue, just west of Stripes. The applicant will need to comply with TABC, of course, and the applicant's proposing to sell alcohol. As far as the hours of operation, they would be from noon to midnight, Monday through Sunday, or basically all week, and it's just to go along with their meal. And there's conditions and requirements TABC sets on them that the receipts for the food and the alcohol have to be, the receipts for food have to be higher than the alcohol sales. So we did mail 8 notices to property owners within a 200-foot radius, and we did not receive any comments in favor or against this request. And we did have a planning commission meeting on January 13th, 2022, where the planning commission unanimously recommended approval of this conditional use permit with a 5-0 vote, and staff is recommending approval as well. This is a public hearing, Mayor.
Okay. Open this up at 6:36 p.m. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? Commission? No, they're good. Okay. Now, as far as the alcohol, it's just, like beer, right? It's not,
It's yes, sir. It's just beer and wine, yes, sir. It's trying to see. We check to ensure in the on the second page here. Yes, just beer, Mayor.
okay. All right.
Not beer and wine. I apologize.
All right, I'll go ahead and close this up at 6:30 p.m. Is there a motion to approve? Is there a second? All those in favor say aye. Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Next item, will public hearing for rezoning request from multi-family resident district to single-family resident district of the 21.68 acre tract of land out of Lot 1, Block 14, John Clausen subdivision located approximately a quarter of a mile south of Whole Acres Road along the east side of Veterans Boulevard, is requested by Villarreal Nelson Development Ltd.
Thank you, Mayor. The applicant is proposing to rezone 21.61 acres located approximately a quarter mile south of Holly Acres Road along the future land use and comprehensive maps designated this property as single-family use. The surrounding properties consist of residential and commercial use along Veterans Boulevard, and it is noted that a residential subdivision, Dominion Place, is adjacent to the property to the east. A subdivision plat was submitted for review with a total of 105 residential lots. We're reviewing that subdivision at this time. So staff did mail 76 notices to property owners within a 200-foot radius, and we did not receive any comments in favor or against this rezoning request. We did have a Planning and Zoning Commission meeting on January 13th, 2020, where the Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the rezoning request with a 5-0 vote. Staff's recommending for approval as well. This is a public hearing, Mayor.
Go ahead and open this up at 6:39 p.m. Is there anyone here for or against?
Good evening, Mr. Commissioners. Alfonso Quintanilla from Quintanilla Hill and Associates member. I'm the project engineer representing the applicant. And I appreciate Mr. Helena elaborating a little bit on the fact that we resubmitted the subdivision plat and plans that are required for the review by your staff, and then go to the planning and zoning, and then come back over here. But I'm here to see if you have any questions.
What was your name for the record again, sir?
Alfonso Quintanilla.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Members of the commission? Go ahead, sir.
The way I see the site here is the frontal on the east, on the west side of, actually the east side of, it's gonna be if you see the veterans on the east side, so
Yes, sir.
that subdivision where actually that plat is frontal property to veterans? That's what I'm trying to understand here on the.
Yes, is it the zoning map by any chance, so,
Yes, that's
or
what I
the
was
survey?
looking at. Mhm.
The white between there is maybe what you're referring to,
Right.
Commissioner? Yeah, that's a future right of way that's gonna be dedicated by the plat
Okay.
to the city.
It was a platting where actually it was residential, commercial.
No, this one, Mayor, I'm sorry, Commissioner, this is, the proposal is to rezone it from multifamily, that's the zoning right now, to residential. Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Now I'll go ahead and close this at 6:41 p.m. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
The next item, public hearing for rezoning request from single-family resident district to multi-family resident district of the 1.42 acre tract of land out of Lot 14, Block 8, John Clausen subdivision located approximately a quarter of a mile east of Longoria Road along the north side of Eldora Road, requested by Mosa Development LLC. Mr. Tequilina.
Thank you, Commissioners. The applicant is proposing to rezone 1.42 acres of land located at the northeast corner area of Eldora and Longoria Road It's located next to a church, and they're proposing to rezone from single-family residence district to multifamily residence in order to build an apartment complex. The comprehensive plan designates the property for commercial use, however, that can be amended. The surrounding properties consist of residential to the south of Eldora and some commercial just west. And to the north, Mayor, there's a school. To the north of this property, there's a school. And also, just like I said, immediately south of the road, there's a residential subdivision. So, given those conditions, and we mailed 17 notices to property owners within a 200-foot radius, and we didn't receive any comments in favor or against the request. So, at the regularly scheduled Planning Commission meeting, staff recommended approval. However, the Planning Commission voted against us, or not us, I'm sorry, voted against the rezoning, now, 4-1. So, this is a public hearing, staff's recommending approval, and the Planning Commission, or the Planning Department is recommending approval based on the fact that there's a school once again to the north, and there's a residential development to the south, and Eldora Road is 80-foot collector roadway. So this is a public hearing, sir.
I'm gonna open this up at 3 p.m. Is there anyone here for or against? For or against? Just go ahead and state your name for the record, sir.
Mayor, Commissioners, Ricardo Salazar here with Carmen Consultants. I'm the engineer for this project. And I'm here representing Mr. Royel Moreno regarding this project. Right now, this property is considered a single family. It is bounded by a church, which is and stripes just west of the property, which is commercial. There are two schools, one directly north and one directly east of this property. So right now it's considered single family, and we don't see the potential of this property being developed as a single family. And this is why the owner wants to wants to change the zone to multifamily. He does have a couple of exhibits here that he provided to us that I could provide to you on what he is planning to do.
Thank you.
Exhibit showing the quality of life of the proposed development that he is trying to install in the area. And then the third exhibit, it shows the multifamily units, how he's trying to put this multifamilies together. So it is a property that is about 1.4 acres, and it's gonna be a fourplex for each lot, and I believe we have 4 lots. It's 4 lots total after it's all said and done. Excuse me? Those are the elevations for the buildings, and that's 1 lot. That's for each lot.
Any questions?
Aye.
Rationale for denial.
As far as the that along Eldora, there wasn't any other apartment complexes, but I noted that there are some on the west side of Raul Longoria, and basically I just explained. They had several questions, so I answered them to the best of my knowledge, and they went ahead and voted to deny it. Our staff's recommending approval, and the mayor and the commission have the ultimate authority to.
Do you know if the board denied because it was or they had to do commercial? Because as far
No,
as I know,
the current zoning, Commissioner Guadalupe is residential.
Yeah,
and- Yes, sir. Yeah. No, they were kind of iffy about it, and, I think they were gonna vote in favor, but at the end, they voted for one.
Yeah, no, as far as the recommendation, what Mr. Tejeda and I discussed before, we recommended for approval. Right. Yes, sir.
So primarily it's just because there was no other apartment complexes right there, but we do have one on Raul Longoria. That was that in the past.
Yes, ma'am, but, taking into consideration the two schools to the north and the residential immediately across the street, that changes, where staff can recommend in favor and amend the future land use map and the comprehensive plan accordingly in the future to reflect, if the city commission approves it, we'll change that to reflect multifamily.
And so west of that location is the as-is, if I'm correct? And there is a buffer between,
There is a church between this property and.
there isn't?
There is.
There is, right?
Yes, a church.
And so just, I mean, that property's been there for some time, for a long time, that I can
It has.
remember.
It has, and, as soon as this is approved, the properties are developed, like the owner, is.
Can you state your name for the record, sir?
Juan Moreno Jr., Mayor, Council, thank you guys for your time, for your servitude. As you can see there on page 1, you can see there is a church, there is the Aziz. We think it's ideal for it to be a multi-family since you have 2 schools right there. The kids can go to school there. You have 4 fourplex units, so 16 new families that can live there. I believe it'll benefit the tax base of the city. Each one of those is around $380,000, so times 4 is around 1.5 million. And the church has been there a long time. I know there was other people looking at the property, maybe interested in buying it. If it goes up for sale, we would love to and make a couple more units or whatever benefits the city and the constituents of San Juan. So we do have the loan, we're already approved. I mean, literally, we're here, man. We're ready to put the shovel in the ground tomorrow. The loan's been approved for a month, first interest payment, so we would love to get started.
Yeah, it's just a concern, I mean, not a, what I've seen in the past is that property's been dormant for a long time, that I can remember. And the goal here is, hey, if we can put it on the tax base, why not?
Thank you.
We need to move on it, so I guess, any other questions? No. I'll go ahead and close this at 6:50. Is there a motion to approve? It's been second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Good luck. Yes. Go ahead, sir.
The next item on the discussion and possible action, we have, consider the approval of the final work plan for the fiscal year 2022 for the Hidalgo County Urban County Program. Mr. Tejeda?
Thank you, Juan, Mayor and City Commission. In close, please find the final work plan for the Hidalgo County Urban County Program for fiscal year 35 and 2022 in parentheses, for street improvements, for CASA, which is for the abused and neglected children, senior and health services in the amount of $300,037. For general administration or CBG money expenses, advertisement, posting, and coordinating project activities, there's an amount of $3,000. For street improvements, which will cover materials, engineering, geotechnical expenses, repaving, curb and gutter for Alfredo Street, Jaime Street, Standard Street, 12th Street, and all the 3 Loma streets as well. We were able to put them in there. Just last Friday, I was talking to the lady. We were talking to the lady from Urban County. So that's totals $283,037 for the senior services for Amigos del Valle. This is for the meals for the elderly, 62 years or older within the city of San Juan. There is $5,000 allocated for that service. And then health services for Nuestra Clínica del Valle, which include medical, dental, and support services, pharmacy, radiology, and laboratory for the low-income and uninsured residents in San Juan. $7,000 were allocated by you all at the first hearing. And then the last one is CASA, Abused and Neglected Children of Hidalgo. That covers the volunteers, supervisors' salaries when they are assisting current children in the precinct in the amount of $2,000. So those are the monies involved in this work plan, and staff is recommending approval of this work plan. And also in your packets, there's a resolution for the commission's consideration and approval.
Any questions? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, sir.
Next item on the item B, preliminary and final plat approval of the Gutierrez Duncan subdivision being 4.03 acre tract of land out of lot 25, block A, John Clausen subdivision located approximately 130 feet north of Amy Drive. Along the west side of Raul Longoria Road is requested by Javier Hinojosa Engineer, Mr. Tejeda.
Thank you, Mr. Arjona. The developer is proposing to subdivide 4.03 acre tract of land into two lots. The property is located just north of the San Juan Post Office along Raul Longoria. The subdivision will have access to Raul Longoria and Lincoln Avenue. Lot 1, which is facing Raul Longoria, will be for commercial use, and Lot 2 will be for multifamily use. The flood zone is C. We normally have questions by planning commission to put that in there. It's noted that Los Jardines subdivision is located just south of the property zone multifamily district. Water and sewer services will be provided by the city of San Juan. Additional hydrants shall be located every 300 feet. Water line shall be looped to 8-inch as per San Juan Fire Department requirements. And all entrances and exits must be a minimum of 26 feet. Our recommendation is for approval. We did have a meeting with the planning commission on January 13th, in which the planning commission unanimously recommended approval 5-0 of this preliminary and final plat as recommended by staff.
For Mr. Tejeda. Now, is there a motion to approve? Been second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item, preliminary and final plat approval of the Orchards of San Juan Phase 1 subdivision being a 20.17 acre tract of land out of lot 7 Stewards, addition to the Conway Gardens located in the southwest quarter of Stewart Road and Moore Road is requested by Cruz Holding Consultants.
Mayor and Commission, the developer is proposing to subdivide 20.17 acres located at the southwest corner of Moore and Stewart Road. He's proposing a residential subdivision, which shall be developed in two phases. Phase 1 is what's before you this evening, and it will consist of 82 residential lots with 4 internal streets. The subdivision will have 2 access points exiting out to Stewart Road. The flood zone is B according to the FEMA map. We do note that part of the subdivision is located outside the city limits of San Juan, but in our ETJ, a voluntary annexation petition was submitted to the city and staff has initiated the annexation process. Water services will be provided by the Military Highway Water Supply Corporation. Sewer will be provided by the city of San Juan. Hydrants will be located as per the fire department every 300 feet. And the water line shall be looped to an 8-inch water line as per the fire department as well. and all entrances and exits must be at least 26 feet. As far as our recommendation, Mayor and Commission, during the regular meeting that we held with the Planning Commission on January 13th, the Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval subject to compliance with the list of requirements on page 2 of the report, which is like page 3. There's some some things that we caught, and the engineer, on behalf of his client, Mr. Ronnie Cruz, submitted a letter for variances to reduce lots from 60 to 55 feet. It would be lots 2 through 20. There's a copy of his request in your packet. So he's requesting a variance to have the interior lots be 55 feet for lots 2 through 20, 25 through 31, 34 through 41, 44 through 51, 54 to 60, 66 to 79, 64, and 82, and the corner lots, which are to be 60 feet. He wants them to be 60, where the requirement is 65 feet. And the requirement for inner lots is 60. And it would be for lots 1, 32, 33, 42, 43, 52, 53, 65, and 80. So the Planning Commission and staff recommending approval of the plat subject to the denial of the variances that he's requesting based on code requirements. This is before you. If you have any questions, Mr. Cruz is present, and if you have any questions for me as far as the lot sizes or anything, I'll be happy to answer.
I have a couple of questions. Actually, if you can just go over the zones for FEMA flooding ABC.
Yes, ma'am. The B for this one?
Yes, this one's a B.
Yes, ma'am. There's a copy of the plat and plans and profiles in the back of your packet for this subdivision, and we do have a large one and a large.
What makes a zone an A, a B, or a C?
The zones, flood zone A, AH are flood prone. In other words, they're based on the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and you have A, AH, B, C, which the lower you go to C, it's better prone for water to move, to flow better. So when the engineers are required to place on the plat what flood zone it's in, so whenever they construct, if I buy a lot, I have to construct my home so many inches off the ground in case of is it 500 or what's the storm? The scene is asking the storm? 50-year storm. It used to be a 10-year storm. Now it's for a 50-year storm since we've been having a lot of hurricanes. So with that, when you buy the house and you see the plat notes and you get your contractor, you can get an elevation certificate if you're in a flood zone A or H. And what they'll do is they'll shoot an elevation and tell you you need to raise your property, put some fill dirt, like 24 inches or 36 inches top of the curb of the street. But typically it's 18 inches, but that's what it's for to avoid having your home flooded.
Thank you, Mr. Daniel.
Yes, ma'am. So, on his variances, you know, if the, the zoning, district, tells you minimum lot size, it states minimum inner lots 60 feet and 100 feet deep, minimum. It could be wider and then longer, but no less. And then on the corners, 65 wide on the corner lots by 100 minimum. So Mr. Cruz has his letter requesting the variances, and we're just recommending now. I mean, if I don't know if he's here. If
So the variance is only 1 foot for each one.
It's
5 feet.
5 feet for
5
the
feet for each
internal,
one.
yes, and 5 feet for the corner lots.
Mayor, Commissioners, it's a variance. What we understood is that y'all been doing this 55-foot lots. That's the reason we asked for the same variance. So that's where we came in with a 55-foot lot.
It is square footage of the houses.
Sir?
What is gonna be a minimum of square feet of the houses that are gonna be built in there?
The developer's here. He's the one that built the house.
Hello, hello. My name is Jonathan Arthur with Escon Development and West Wind Homes. So the minimum square footage of the houses are gonna be about 1,200 living. However, that's a courtyard plan, so really, there's a lot of outside space in that one. If I were to say, on average, you're gonna be looking at 1,800 to 2,000 square foot living. Part of the reason why we're looking for a variance to go from 60 to 55 feet wide is the affordability of houses. As you guys know, lumber's been through the roof. It's been absolutely ridiculous. We don't expect it to come down anywhere near where it was. Just last month, we had another $11,800 on average increase in lumber. So getting the lot sizes down is really the only way we're gonna be able to impact and hit the mark of the 25,000 más o menos combined household incomes that are in the $62,000 range. And that's the market we're trying to bring in here. That's where our bread and butter is. We used to like to go after that medium income, like 120% above average income. But it's getting more and more difficult to do that. So really the only way we're gonna make this work to get the absorption rate at about 61 units a year is to get 55-foot lots.
Mayor and council, whatever the commission decides, you know, we just go based on the ordinance, which is what we have. So whatever you all decide
Commissioner Santiago was asking about the flood zone. It's flood zone B in that area, which is not the best, but not the worst. It's in between. You just build above the floodplain, so it's not a problem. In that area, you know, it's a lot higher than Hall Acres. It drops probably about almost 10 feet, I think, from that area there. Now, what we're gonna do with this subdivision is we're gonna go ahead and, instead of putting a detention pond on the subdivision, we're gonna go excavate your detention pond that you have on San Antonio and Hall Acres. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna do, on the, I guess it's the west side, we're gonna redo the headworks that's there on that pipe that's all, I don't know if y'all noticed it's broken. You really need to fix that area, so we're gonna do that instead of putting a detention pond in our subdivision. Which benefits, that benefits the whole city, not only our subdivision.
Well, how many plots were the subdivision? How many plots were we looking at? Homes?
Plots?
Total plots? 82 lots in phase one. With the variances proposed.
So I don't know if you got a tax calculator like.
Got it.
Westlaco, and McGowan, we've done 50-foot wide product with this. And it's the same product that's going on these lots. They're just gonna get bigger lots. And that'll be the attraction to bring them to San Juan.
Done this on other developments.
The other one that I can see.
I'm trying to remember.
is some of the variances that we'd approve is the, so for instance, the ones over by Carroll, that we went from 60 to 55, even the length of the properties. So there's been several. Yeah. Something like
It was
that.
by 10 that we dropped those over there. Mm-hmm.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Mayor, I just wanted to ask for clarification, is with the variances? Okay,
Yes.
okay, perfect, thank you.
The discussion and possible action to start the City of San Juan Municipal Court Amnesty Program under the 2022. Because it's a time of year, Mayor, Commissioners, that we come before you and ask for permission for the amnesty program. Mayor. Yeah, the item D, discussion and possible action to start the City of San Juan Municipal Court Amnesty Program on February the 2022, February 2022. So start of the year now.
Okay, just for clarification, I wanna, or I don't know, Mary, can you kinda, so that way people who are watching, who will be watching, let them know what the amnesty program's all about? I don't know if you wanna put that on the record.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, the amnesty program, if they have any type of warrants, if they come over and pay, they're not gonna be arrested. So all of that is not gonna be taking place. So we're gonna do social media, we're gonna, blast it on social media, explaining what the amnesty program is and when and how they can come over. But there's not gonna be any arrest, having them come over and make a payment on that.
And the forms of payment, how are they able to pay during this amnesty program? Do they call in? Do they have to go in person, mail in a form of payment? What are the options available to them? So all three options are available for them, mail, in person, or over the phone. And they can do online also. Is online an option or no? And you can do it.
But it is online, it's not available, but they call in
And they can
and
do it.
they'll take the payments.
Yeah,
over the
just
phone.
make sure, Mary, that what you just informed us right now, that goes on the social media as well. So that way they know. Now, do they get any type of, for them coming in and paying off their warrant, is there like, do you guys help with any, maybe waiving a court cost or maybe, lowering the amount on a court cost? Do you guys do that? The warrant fee. And is it a set fee or does it range?
Set fee, fine plus the court cost, which is more or less like $198 that they're gonna be, we're gonna be waiving for the warrant.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, good. All right, thank you very much.
Citation.
Thank you. With that being, is there a motion approved? Is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
The next item of the resolution is consider adoption of a resolution establishing the budget for fiscal year 35-2022 for the Hidalgo County, Urban County Program. As here with us, as you know, we had the discussion item, now this is a resolution so that we can make it official.
That being said, is there a motion to approve? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Under consent agenda, Mayor Commission, we have two items, consider the approval investment report and also the city commission meeting minutes of July 13, 2021.
Under consent agenda, is there anything we need to amend or modify? Amend or modify? If not, is there a motion to approve? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting has been adjourned at 7:11 PM. Thank you.